Hello everyone, SunsandDoc2 and welcome to another History of Mods, this time on Ars Magica. We're going to be looking at versions 1 and 2 from 1.4.5 all the way up to 1.10.2. Now I do have version for 1.4.5 but I can't get it working. I've been trying to get it working for a while now after getting it from Rafael and then going through it. Obviously it's not a good idea. But again, I'm only able to get the older versions from Minecraft because it's the only site that I typically use of those that are mod repost that is usually kind of safe compared to others. But yeah, I can't get anything to work for the 1.4.5 or the link is just awkward to get the download. So we'll be starting from 1.4 onwards, and then from there everything else will be obviously 2 onwards, and they'll come from CurseForge. I have tried looking from the archive, and even the earliest of archives doesn't allow me to access any of the older stuff for it, even if I go to that there. So 2019 and 2017, I can't access anything more than that, so for the most part, it's just what we're going to have to go with. So 1.4.5, no luck, but we'll do 1.4.7, which I did get working. So let's see how that goes afterwards. Okay, so I tried to get the 1.4 versions running, no success, but the 1.5.2 or 1.5.1 version I definitely did get working, which is obviously going to be the sort of latest version I can find of Ars Magica 1 at least. So you've got your main blocks here, so you've got your Vintium ore, you've got your different flowers you'd use, you've got the lectern and a few other things, a fair amount of tools, different volumes, you've got your different affinity tomes, and a bunch of other aspects as well. I'm not too familiar with Ars Magica 1 as I am 2, I'll just clear of that. So for the most part, a fair amount of stuff does stick out, but some stuff doesn't. The chalk, for example. Get your different possibilities here, different essences, potion bundles, and so on. Get your spell book there, description table, essence refiner, magic fabricator, keystone, possibly the keystone gate you'd use in a few situations, and many others. So we'll move on to Ars Magica 2 with 1.6.4. Okay, we're going to be going through the first release of, or the earliest of releases at least, for 1.6.4, and then we'll go to version 1.1.1c, which, as you can tell, obviously, you've got your Essence Refiner, Illusion Block, Essence Conduit, and a few others from the prior version, as well as, besides just Vintium ore, you've got Chimerite, or Chimerite or so, Blue Topaz, Moonstone, and Sunstone, which are obviously used a fair amount in the mod. Some new inclusion changes. Caster Rune, Vintium Torch, Crafting Altar, Summoner, different inlays, the Wake Bloom, besides just the Desert Nova and Blue Orchid. You've got Witchwood, Tamaroot, Orm, and you've got the different sets of armor for obviously different, I think it was it for discount purposes? I know I'm probably confusing it with Thorncraft, but I'm pretty sure there was a purpose for it. You get your different focuses for crafting, as well as other benefits for, I think, spellcrafting, or possibly just certain other tiers. You got your affinity tomes, you've got your different staves, mana cake to restore mana, and sword, and other things, and then a bunch of other different mobs from elementals, dryads, villagers, mages, guardians. I don't think there is the one that I'm thinking of. Possibly not. And there's the different potions, or phylactery, I guess. And then the Magitech staff, which is used for a fair amount of things. And then obviously the bucket of liquid essence, which obviously you'd find liquid essence in the world, typically, before starting. And then possibly accessing the Oculus and a few other things eventually down the line. So we'll go to the later 164, go through 1.7, and then go to 1.10.2. Okay, in the 1.1.1c version, you've got a fair amount of similar things. So you've got the sapling there, you've got the Magician's Workbench, you've got a fair amount of texture changes, you've got the Ethereal Illusion block, more to do with Witchwood, and in terms of items, obviously a fair amount of texture changes, spell parchment, spell book, different cores, could be different infinity orbs, which I think you get from defeating bosses and then can exchange for certain points from memory. Crystal Wand for setting up certain specific things in the world. I'm pretty sure that includes the gate you would use for transporting yourself between certain things around the world. And yeah, even binding catalysts, possibly the potion bundles and otherwise. So we'll go to 1.7. Okay, so if we look at the earliest 1.7.10 version I can find at least, there is obviously a fair amount of the same, a few changes again, but the inert spawner though, flicker habitats, upstream generator, everstone, a bunch of different new additions, unless I happened to miss them prior, in terms of items and otherwise. I guess these the T upgrades for the inscription table, a bunch of other flicker foci, sorry. We've got runes, a bunch of other armor specific stuff, more mobs, and for the most part a few other minor things, but obviously I'm going to try and fit anything I can in this video, so we'll move on to the latest. In the latest, I'm not too sure. I'm assuming a fair amount of the same, unless I count the, I guess, Celestial Prism, Obelisk, possibly a few other things, Severed Blossom, unless that was the rename of the other one from prior versions, which were planks, Broken Power Link, Sunstone, Storage Blocks, Black Aurum. As you can see there, items, you've got the flickers, journal, fair amount of the same, unless I missed some of the other things like the Arcane Ash, Purified Vintium, leg, Arcane Spellbook, a bunch of other stuff, let's see there. We'll go to 1.10. In terms of the animation API, I will obviously have a link to that in the description as well. For 1.10.2, I have a version from originally the Hypothermia mod pack, so as you can see version 16A, which the earliest you could get was 17, but for the most part it seems to be pretty much the same by the looks of things, besides a few minor ones, as you can tell. Now we'll go to the latest one for 1.10. In the latest 1.10 version, I guess we have the Bound Shield. Obviously I didn't cover the foci too much. We've got the Draining Well. Obviously a fair amount of configs exist now, and a few other minor things I may have missed over here. But for the most part, thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.